Hey guys, I know it has been a hot minute since I've been on here. Please excuse my look. This is my new normal quarantine look. I am fresh from the shower, so my hair is a little crazy. Please just forgive my look. But I am showered. That's why my face is red too, because I did an exfoliating cleanse. It was St. Ives black head remover cleanse thingy. I scraped myself just a little bit too hard. Those little beads were really fine, but that's beside the point. So my face is a little red and a little tight and a little glossy, so just forgive that. I'm trying to be as real as possible. And my sister's bird's going a little crazy over there in the corner. I thought I'd jump on here real quick, as I know I've been gone for about a little over a week since I posted my last video, which was me decorating Thrifty Thursday. I thrifted my garbage and repurposed some coffee cans for my garden. I just kind of I'm going to be completely honest with you. I mean, there's nothing left to do but be honest. I kind of hit a low place here in all of this. I think many people they're kind of struggling. So I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about that. But what I thought I would do is I thought I would just be real raw and honest. And I don't want to sit here for the next 20 minutes in this view with my cup of coffee and my tiger print. Or what is this? This is not tiger. This is leopard. I think I have, Tiger King on the brain. That Carol Baskin, she messed with my brain. Just kidding. Anyways, my leopard print pajamas drinking my coffee the whole time. So, when I woke up this morning, my husband had left me a little honey-do list, and I was so excited. This is how bad it is, okay? He left me this little honey-do list, and beside it was this check. We had received a refund from our car insurance, and beside it, he put, "Babe, can you please just run this in? I forgot to give it to you last week, and it expires, of course. Checks always have expire. Can you get this into the bank today?" And I went, I actually have a purpose to leave the house. I actually have a reason that's legitimate that would kind of require me to leave the house, where I actually wouldn't feel guilty about leaving the house. So I thought I'd talk to you just for a few minutes in this view. And then I thought I'd talk to you for a few minutes while I'm driving in my car. And then I even had a thought in my head, of course, here in Western Pennsylvania, Southwestern PA, none of our parks or anything like that are open, but there is this park that I love that I frequent a lot, and you can't get into the park, but there's parking lots and you can still kind of see the water. So I was even thinking about, if it's nice out, I might sit there for just a few minutes. So I don't have anything major to share with you. And of course there's other things that I can be doing, I can show you some of some recipes that I've been showing you. And I even mentioned, doing that cook with me in quarantine, and just sharing some of the things that I've been doing. It's very repetitive though, but I think everybody's in that place where their life is just kind of very repetitive at the moment. You're just kind of doing the same things every single day because forgive me, like I said, I just woke up, so I still have the froggy stuff in my throat. You're just kind of maintaining. I think the only new thing that I have to report is now it's a law here to wear gloves and a mask when you have to go out. So even the few times that you feel like you need to go out where it's quote unquote essential, it's not even enjoyable, if that's a word, because I don't know about you, but when I have that mask on too long, I feel like I'm going to pass out, because you're breathing your own carbon monoxide. And we had purchased, yes, I made those bandana masks, but in the heat of things, some stores will let you bring the bandana mask in, and some stores, there's signs where they won't allow you to wear the bandana mask. So I did end up purchasing masks that are washable, but you can pull the hospital filter out of them. So they're kind of thick. So sometimes they make me feel like I'm going to pass out if I have them on too long. And let's just face it, they're just not comfortable. So it makes everything feel really rushed, and not that you're going to be cruising Walmart, for an hour and a half looking at stuff. You're going to go in and get what you need and get out. But anyways, again, I don't want to be real repetitive. So it even makes you feel like just the little things that you feel like you can do are just not enjoyable. And it has taken its toll on me. And I mentioned this in many videos before. I don't know if you're here for the very first time. If you are, welcome. Hi, my name is Missy, and I'm in quarantine like with the rest of you. But if you have followed me for a while, you do know that right before, COVID has been around, like, well, not COVID, coronavirus has been around since December. They started talking about it. The beginning of March, yes, we were talking about it and we were starting to see it, but we weren't in quarantine. It wasn't like a lockdown. People were just starting to talk about this. Well, the end of February, beginning of March, I had caught viral bronchitis, and I was down with that, not leaving the house, like really, really sick with this bronchitis. I think it's been the worst bronchitis I've ever had in my entire life. And my family even says to me sometimes, now looking back on it, I didn't have a fever though. But now we're hearing that there's cases where people have COVID-19 and they never did have a fever. I'm wondering if I did have the coronavirus. I don't think I had COVID-19, but maybe because I know there's a difference between the two. Don't know exactly, but whatever. Maybe I did have the coronavirus. I don't know. But they said, viral bronchitis. So of course there's no medicine to give for that. They just say it's viral. You're going to have to fight it off. That's what they told me. But looking back on it, I'm an asthmatic. So, bronchitis is a pretty regular thing. And you're always trying to get it before it turns into pneumonia, because that's when it gets really bad. So, I have many, 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 many experiences of having bronchitis. And this one was just a little different. And it hung on for a really long time. And when I first got it, I really thought I was going to die because I couldn't pass air. And if it wasn't for having a ventilating machine, I don't know. We won't go there though. But my point to all that is that I was already kind of like 2 weeks before the shelter in place quarantine thing came in place. I was already 2 weeks into that. 2.5 weeks, to be honest with you. 2.5 weeks of absolutely no contact, no going nowhere, not getting dressed, not showering. I was so sick I couldn't even stand up in the shower. That's how sick I was. And so this quarantine feels extra long to me because I already had 2.5 weeks on it before we even got into the place where we were supposed to shelter in place. So this feels so long to me. And I have been journaling. I've been journaling. This is my journal here. I've been journaling a little bit this morning. I've been counting the days since then. So for me, as of today, this is 46 days. This is 46 days. And in the 46 days, I've only been out a handful of times. And 3 of them was to take my dog to the vet. It was to take him to drop him off to get neutered, to pick him up from being neutered, and then to have his stitches out. So my handful of times have been that. The other day we did go out. We were ready to lose our mind, and we did take a drive in, it's a little farther from here. And we got Chick-fil-A, which was the most craziest experience. Again, not enjoyable. And other than that, that's it. So, yeah, it's been getting to me. So, I've had some moments. And in those moments, I have lost a lot, almost all, of my motivation, of my creativity motivation, of just motivation to, just motivation. I have no motivation. I deal with these stupid thoughts of everything feels pointless. And I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but that's what I'm just going through at the moment. And I'm just trying to be very honest with you. So that's why I'm going to stop it here, because the more I look at myself, the more this is making me depressed, because I look terrible straight out of the shower. I need to go blow dry my hair so it looks like it has a little bit of life and not flat to my face like this. And go put some cream on my face because my face feels so tight. It feels like it'll break. Whew, I need to put cream on. And maybe put some clothes on. So maybe the next time, I know the next time you will see me, I'm going to be in my car. And then you'll have something different to look at why I talk to you, because I honestly have lost a lot of creativity too when it comes to making videos. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, I'll see you then. So I'm at the park. I already went to the bank and deposited that check. So before I get into anything, better use my hand sanitizer, because I did have to give her my driver's license. So let me sanitize. Gotta get that sanitizer out. Well, look, here comes some ducks. I should stop filming and show you guys these beautiful little ducks. So let me do that real quick, and then we'll chat. So here's some park, me sitting in the car, can't get into the park, but some park view. Aw, these girls are probably coming to me like, you got some food in there? I don't have anything for these girls. They're walking right up to my car. Wow. Hi, girls. Look at you. I don't have anything for you guys. I'm sorry. Here's the park that I'm sitting at. Look how pretty it is. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but there's the signs. Maybe I can zoom up on it. I don't know if my camera will let me do that while I'm live. Oh yeah, maybe it will. See, park closed until further notice. But I am sitting here, which is nice. Everything's starting to get green, guys. Do you see it? I'm watching some robins play right now. They're in the, I don't know if I can zoom in on that either, but there's some robins. See them over there? They're playing in the, by the slide. But this is what I'm looking at, guys. Pretty blue skies. I'm staying in my car. I'm not getting out so that I don't cause any trouble. But at least I have a pretty view. I'm going to stay here for a few minutes before I head back home. So, weren't those birdies just the cutest little things? They're not really birdies. They're geese, right? Yeah. So, like I said, I am at the park. I'm not going to sit here very long. Why I was turning my camera around and put it in here. I did see a cop cruiser come through here. I don't think they can say anything with me sitting in my car in front of the park. But I also don't need a fine. So as long as you guys don't mind, we're going to drive home and talk a little bit. So this is one of the things, okay? I'm going to try to keep my sunglasses up here. I might have to put them on in the middle of driving. As you can see, finally we have a beautiful sunny day, but I am going to start to go home. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't need no fines right now. So if my camera's a little bouncy, I promise. I have you on the dash here. Let me fix you guys just here. Okay, so all right, we're gonna go. Anywho, I'm going to be completely honest with you. This is the third time that I have made this video, because I am really struggling, and I hope that as you hear me speak, you understand what's going on in my mind. This is probably like 6 or 7 minutes in already, because I had some of that stuff already filmed at home. I'm going to let you know right now, this is all this video is. So if this doesn't interest you, just me talking, I advise you just to click off now. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm going to share my heart with you. I have nothing other than that to share with you at this moment. There's no vlog style except for the little clip of the park and the little geese. There's no vlog style. It is literally my big fat face in your face talking. So if that doesn't interest you, feel free to go ahead and click off. And it might be a little bit of a bouncy video because I am going to drive. Maybe I'll stop at another park up here. Maybe we'll visit a couple little parks on the way home. I just don't want to stay at one too long, because we have seen on the news where they have like arrested people for being at the parks. And I showed you the park sign. So I'm just gonna kind of cruise home. I put the windows up. I was trying to get some fresh air. You guys may not be able to hear me if I don't put the windows up. So, anywho, this video is just to share my heart. Like I said, I have made 3 of these and I've deleted every single one of them because I don't like the content. My whole thing is I want to put out good content, and when I feel like I'm not achieving that, I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. But at the same time, this is my heart. This is where I'm at. So how is it not good content? So I thought I would just warn you what it's going to be. If you don't want to look at it, listen to it, see my face, then bye-bye. I love you. I hope you're well. I understand. If a blabbing video is not your thing, it's okay. I'll see you in the next one. So, I've had a few comments on my Instagram and things like that of like, Missy, when can we expect another video from you? You know, you haven't posted in a while. Where have you been? Things like that. Totally understandable. I totally get it. I kind of already started to mention in my short little video at home that my creative juices have ceased to exist. I'm kind of stuck in a very stagnant, very still place. Very, very still place. So, I'm just going to say this really, really quick because I don't want to offend people. And I don't want to make anybody upset because that is not my purpose. There's too much going on in the world to be debating and arguing. It's just silly. It's just silly. This is how I'm dealing with the pandemic that's going on right now. Now, I know that there's this thing that's going around everywhere that says we are all in this together. And where I appreciate that, I really do. And I really understand what that means because we are all under the thumb of COVID-19, okay? But we are not all going through this the same way, period. The nurses and the doctors and the people, you know, police and all of them people that are on the front line, their perception and take of COVID-19 and how they're going through this and dealing with this is very different than the at-home mom who's home. It just is. I am not seeing people dying, and I am not trying to save people's lives, and I am not on my feet for 20-hour shifts trying to save somebody who's gasping for breath. It's just not. Or the mom and dad who both lost their job and they don't know how they're going to put the food on the table and take care of their children. Or the business owner who's going to lose everything if everything doesn't open up. To them protesting like we had on Monday here in Pittsburgh, where there was over 6,000 people gathered together shoulder to shoulder with no masks on, doing their protest or whatever you want to call it, their rally to open the state of Pennsylvania. And wolf, you're hurting us, you're killing us, small business owner type things. To the other people who were across the street with their picket signs going, I'm a doctor and a nurse, and if I see you in my ER over the next week, I'm not going to save you because you wouldn't stay home. Do I understand both sides? Absolutely. Absolutely. So their takes are completely different. So everybody's kind of clapping back at each other because what I'm going through is very different than what you're going through. And where I haven't lost anybody close to COVID-19, there's millions of Americans are out there who've lost dear loved ones to COVID-19, who were healthy one minute and the next minute gone, who may be watching this from a hospital room and they're sick with COVID-19. I don't know. God bless you, and I pray that you are well. So we're all going through this in all different ways, and it makes me very overwhelmed. I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with, which is kind of like cabin fever. It's more than cabin fever. It's a little more than that. But whatever. I'm trying to, I don't want to get into a whole bunch of things. And I don't want to make this video super long. My other videos were over half an hour, and I think that's another thing I struggled with. I just felt like they were too long and I talked way too much. But I was trying to get my heart really across where I'm at and what I'm dealing with and why I'm not putting out the kind of content that I usually put out, because I am struggling with putting out that kind of content because I can't find any point to it. I feel like everything feels pointless and nothing is enjoyable, but that is just what I'm dealing with. It doesn't mean that that won't come back, but I feel like sitting at a table playing with paper and stickers is so pointless when all of this stuff is going on in the world. I just do. I am not clapping back at those who are still paper crafting and are regularly going to the Dollar Tree. Sometimes I can't believe some of my favorite YouTubers, they go to the Dollar Tree 3 times a week and have like 3 Dollar Tree haul. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. They got their Dollar Tree haul out, and in between they're doing their crafts to whatever they bought there. And wonderful for you. Me personally, I cannot justify in my mind, number one, wearing one of these stupid things on my face and gloves, because that's what's required at my Dollar Tree. I'm so uncomfortable. I feel like I can't breathe, so it's not enjoyable. And number 2, taking a risk of maybe being exposed to COVID-19, not knowing it, bringing it home and making my daughter sick, or me sick, or my daughter doesn't get sick. Now, I don't have like this big illness, like I'm not autoimmune disease, like deficient or anything like that, but I am overweight, obviously. I do have sleep apnea, and I do have asthma. And if I would bring this home unintentionally to my daughter or something like that, and she had to go to the hospital and be by herself, because you know you can't go to the hospital with your loved one when they're taken away, I would be devastated. So in my mind, I can't justify going to the Dollar Tree and putting myself and my family at risk to have content for my channel. Does that make sense? Now, I'm not clapping back. This big truck is getting too close. I'm not clapping back at those who are still doing those types of things. I'm happy that you can do those things. Good for you. Kudos to you. I am so glad that you're dealing with this in a different way. I personally am not dealing with it that way. And I think a lot of it extends back from what I mentioned when I was still sitting at home, and that was because I had bronchitis. In my mind, I had made up my mind in the very beginning of this, like, I cannot go out because I am immune deficient. Like, I am still getting over bronchitis. I cannot expose myself to maybe having a chance of exposing myself to COVID-19. I just can't. And I think that still kind of hangs on to me a little. So I think I struggle with that a little bit. But I mean, for those people, listen, there's people out there that think that the numbers aren't as high as they're saying they are, that people are going to the hospital and dying of natural things, and they mark it as they died for COVID-19 to make the numbers higher, to scare us. Whether that's true or not, I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. Do you know what I mean? So I am struggling with my creativity, and the reason why I'm struggling with my creativity is because I can't find value in doing those type of things in the place that we're at. That is my own personal doohickey-me doogie feeling. And where others may not share that or even understand, that's what the point I'm trying to make. Yeah, we're all in this together, but we're all dealing with it in all our own different ways. And I want to bring content to my channel that is valuable, and I want to bring content to my channel that I'm proud of. I'm just going to put it that way. And I personally am struggling with feeling creative and inspired, and a lot of it might have to do with the weather and what we're dealing with and all of those kinds of things. And everything that I was looking forward to has been canceled. I mean, I know we're all dealing with that, but I mean, like, everything I've been looking forward to is, like, canceled. We're done. No hope of that coming back till next year. And it's like, now where do you go from here? Like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And, so it's kind of taking a toll. It's kind of taking a toll on what I do. So I don't want to sit here and be all rainbows and sunshines and fart blossoms and everything's perfectly fine and I'm not. I want to bring you real content. I want to bring you what I'm really going through, what I'm really doing. I want to be real as possible. Whereas crafting and paper crafting and things of that nature have always been the backbone of Do What You Love. That's what I built my channel on, Do What You Love. I announced at the beginning of the year that I was going to change the name to Do What You Love Large, simply because I was going to bring other kinds of things to my channel, because already at the beginning of this year, before there was any COVID-19 crap, I was already struggling with finding great purpose in sitting at my table for hours on end playing with paper and stickers. Now, I'm not diminishing paper crafting at all. There are millions of people out there that love it, and it's beautiful, and it brings so much joy when you really do enjoy it. And, you know, having pen pals and, you know, your snail mail and your happy mail and sending it to different people and being creative, and, you know, that stuff is fantastic, and I'm not knocking it. I do it. I've been doing it. It's what my channel's backbone's been for years. Not knocking it. That's not who I am. What I am saying is that I am getting older. I just turned 40 this year. And what I am struggling with is, you know, I guess when I turned 40, I started to like look at my life and be like, what is the value of what I'm doing? What is the value of what's happening? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing right now? I need to park for just a minute. So I already started like struggling with this just a tad. And let me open this up so there's some light. And when all of this hit, it intensified. So if you've been with me for a length of time, if you've been with me for a while, then you already know from the previous videos that I had put out, especially since the beginning of this year, I already announced that things were going to change a little bit on my channel. That's why I changed my name to Do What You Love Large. And I was going to start doing more like body positive things and, you know, clothes hauls and makeup and just a little bit more personal things, because I feel like my tastes and likes are changing the older I get. And a lot of that has to do with crafts, where I still love to journal. And, you know, I love my bullet journal, but I don't know about you, but I ain't got nothing to put in my bullet journal because I ain't got no plans. What am I going to put in there today? I'm going to walk to the window and say hi to the squirrel. So my bullet journal's even taking a hit, so therefore I'm just like uninspired to do it. I am working in my canning journal and my nature journal and things like that. I still love to do that. I still love to draw, but I'm really struggling with all of the other stuff. I hope it comes back, but if it doesn't, I just want to put it out there that like I am self-evaluating, and in all of this stuff that has happened to our country and the things that people are going through, I feel very overwhelmed. I don't know how to pray for them. I'm a spiritual person. I'm a person of faith. And I want to be there for others. I want to, I think I pulled too forward. I want to be there for others. I want to be a positive influence, and I want to inspire others. In order to inspire, you have to be inspired. And I'm not inspired right now. I'm really struggling in my mind with things. And this is like intensified the things that I was already kind of feeling at the beginning of this year. So if you'll all just bear with me, I will come back to a normal. I don't know what that'll look like. I don't think anybody does. I don't know if our country will ever be normal. There will come a time and point, I know, where our president will stand on television and tell us that the United States of America is now open the way it was before. But will it really? Like, will he open the country while there's still being positive test results of COVID-19, and you're still going to feel like you need to wear a mask and gloves and almost be like afraid of people? Or in my case, I don't want to use the word fear because I hate that word. I don't want to say I'm afraid. It's not that I'm afraid. It's like I can't justify in my mind taking what I feel or deem, and that's just me, unnecessary risks of maybe coming into contact with COVID-19 and I become infected and taken away from my family or my daughter or not that you're going to be taken away. I hope everybody understands what I mean. Because, like, if you end up getting really sick with this and you end up having to be in the hospital, your loved ones can't come see you. They can't visit with you. Like, you literally are in the hospital by yourself. So it makes you feel like you're being taken away from your family. I just want to clarify that. It's not like they're going to come with you and be like, you're out of here. You know what I mean? So I struggle with that. I really do. I struggle. And I can't tell you, like, the other day I had to run into Walmart for something. And the guilt that I dealt with, because I felt like in my mind had already deemed like it wasn't important. And the guilt that I dealt with that night, like, I can't believe I went out and did that. I should have never have done that. I may have taken an unnecessary risk. I shouldn't expose myself to things like that. And on top of that, the more I do that, the more these poor cash register people have to be away from their family, exposing themselves to whatever because I wanted to go to Walmart to get nail polish or whatever, which is not what I went to Walmart for, but I'm just, over exaggerating. My heart, I think what I felt guilty about is that somebody had to be there for me to be there, and is that fair to them? Long story short, already 18 minutes. I can't believe I talked this much. So I'm going to stop. I think you guys understand what I'm talking about. This is what I'm dealing with. And I was already kind of dealing with this at the beginning of the year before this COVID-19 even came into play. So where my channel is going to go from here, I don't know. But I am going to, if anything would happen to change, I definitely will make a video and I will tell you. I'm not saying I'm quitting YouTube or anything like that. I have no intentions of doing that. I love my YouTube and I love my friends on YouTube, my acquaintances. My cyber friends. I love you guys. It's just that I will not do anything for content. And the content that I do want to bring you, I want it to be real. I want it to be up to date, and I just want it to be real. I really do. I just want it to be real. I mean, do you guys want to watch me fake it? Do you want to watch me fake it? I can't, I respect you all too much to do that. So that's where I'm at. So I don't know what kind of videos are going to come after this one, but I just wanted to put it out there that I am struggling a little bit. I hope that you hear in all of my gabbing about nothing how conflicted I am in my brain. And I feel like I'm scattered brain. I just do. I feel like I'm complete. I feel like I'm all over the place. And I'm trying to reel all of that in so that when I do come to you on a video, I'm somewhat normal. I'm somewhat normal because I don't feel normal right now. And then I beat myself up. And then so I'm dealing with really, really bad guilt because I beat myself up because it's like, Missy, why are you acting like this? It isn't even that bad for you. It's not like you're going to lose your house or, you're a nurse and you're seeing horrible things. I mean, my God, it's not that bad for you. Why are you even feeling like this? So then I beat myself up about having feeling like this. And then that leads me to like eat my emotions. And then I even get more guilt because now I'm eating stuff that I shouldn't be eating when in my mind I'm like, I'm going to take this time to get myself under control and lose some weight and blah, 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 blah. But instead of losing the weight, I'm like stuffing my face because I can't understand my own self. All right, I need to really go. I need to go now. So I don't want to make this video any longer than it is. It's probably already a half an hour video. I'm done. I think you guys understand what I'm saying, so I just wanted to put it out there because I respect you guys enough to let you know where I'm at and why my videos have not been consistent for the past week and a half. I'm going to try very hard from this point forward to bring you something. I don't know what it's gonna be. If you have any suggestions, please feel free down in the comments. I have one of you guys, I'm not gonna mention you by name or anything like that. She's so sweet. She's like, Missy, why don't you do like a tour of your house? And I'd love to see your house. I'd love for you to, I'd love to, and it's like, I want to do this, and I have gone to film it, and then I walk around my house, I'm like, it's a mess. Especially my bedroom, oh my God. Because we're all home. And it's like, as soon as I get it cleaned up, my kitchen's a disaster. But it's like, you know what? I should film it like that because that's real. I do not live in a perfect home. My house is not always clean. Sometimes I have dog hair dust bunnies as big as my dang dog. And I look at them for 3 days before I pick them up. Does anybody else do that too? You should have seen my kitchen over the weekend. I think I had dishes clear to the ceiling. All right, that's a little bit of an over-exaggeration, but I think you know what I mean. Okay, I'm done. Now we're at 22 minutes. Okay, so I am going to try to film that for her because I think that's a great idea, and I'm going to try to film that for you. And if you have any other ideas, please feel free to leave them. I'm thinking about making chicken fried rice for dinner tonight. I was thinking about making a video like that. This is where I'm at. I don't think I'm going to be putting out very many crafty videos for a while. May never. I don't know. My channel may take a big turn. And listen, if I lose viewers or people really don't like it, then I may come to a place where I have to let YouTube go, simply because I'm changing. My likes and tastes and what I am and who I am as a human being are changing. And I'm really struggling with the importance of finding, that's my son. Okay, excuse me. What are you doing? I thought you were supposed to be working.
I told you I was done at 12.
But I just drove past your place and your car wasn't there. Where you been? I'll be back. So as he's leaving, he's going, Mom, why are you sitting in the middle of the parking lot making a video? And I said, because I want to be outside, but I don't want to go in anywhere. He's like, Mom, you are so weird. I can't believe you're my mom. And those kinds of comments are another reason why my brain is all over the place. Okay, guys, I don't remember what I was saying before this, so I'm just going to go now. So, I love you all. I really hope you're all doing well. Please feel free to have an open dialogue with me if you want to talk to me about anything that I said. I hope I didn't offend nobody. It's just where I'm at. I am going through things. I am changing as a person, and I want my channel to reflect that, and I don't know what it's going to look like from here, so I'm struggling. And that's the God honest truth. So, I love you guys. I hope you're all well. I hope everything is well in your world. If it's not, you can talk to me about it. Please have an open dialogue with me. I hope this video wasn't a complete, like you feel like when you're done watching it, like I just wasted a half an hour of my life I can't get back. If you did and you watched it to the end and you do feel that way, I'm very sorry. If you can relate, please talk to me. Somebody please talk to me. Okay, I love you guys. I'll talk to you in the very next video. Hopefully I'll have something fun to show you. And until then, I really mean it. Please take care of you. I hope you're well. Do what you love and do it large.